Happy Monday, happy Monday. See if we can make some money today. Some more money. To be fair. Ooh, look at gold. Gold looks like it's about to close below. Nice early trade here. What's to the left? No, it's not bad, not bad. Not gonna lie, I kind of like the look of this. Oh, GJ's running nicely. G to the G. Or to the J, even. All right, so 2 minutes, 3 minutes. All right, perfect. So gold on the daily is very bearish. We kind of gapped up a little bit to start the week, broke Friday's low, and we're pushing down. So gold's going to continue bearish. I want to see it retest 32.70, and then maybe below 32.65, I believe is the area. Yeah, around here. Current 4 hour, again another continuation pattern. We've already broken that previous 4 hour low, so I think we continue down to at least 32.82. That's a 4 hour support right here. Beautiful. All right, so to get into some entries, I'm looking for a closure below 33.02, which we might get in the next 2 minutes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's get a nice early start. That would be grand. That would be grand. Okay, got a minute and a half. All right. So okay, so pound yen, as you can see, I'm in some pound yen buys. Very nice pound yen buys. So pound yen, it was bullish initially when I started looking at GJ this morning. We did break yesterday's low, but I think that might just be spreads and, you know, a little market gap down. I'm definitely bullish on GJ. Definitely bullish on GJ. We had the support form last week, and this could be a higher low created today to continue pushing up. 4 hour structure, nice and bullish. We've got kind of a double bottom here, continuation pattern over the last 3-4 hour candles, and we're pushing up to this 4 hour support resistance, which is my first TP. After that, I want to see GJ continue up to 198, let's call it 0.5 just to round it off, which is, I believe it's a daily level. I don't know why it says H4, but it's a daily resistance. So I want to see pound yen continue up, retest, and then yeah, maybe get a pullback, but we'll see what happens when it approaches the first key level here, first significant key level here. But I want to see this play out. It would be nice. It's a really nice trade this morning. I'm actually at stops are at break even here. Beautiful, man. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yo, what's good, Benny? You're in the same trade? Oh, I like this on gold right here. I'm going to get in if we break this low, see if I can snatch a few pips. I'm going to wait for a top wick first. Because here, this morning, during London session, I was looking for a closure below. It was actually a closure below this support. We got the closure below, and then the next candle didn't actually break the breakout candle's low. So I wasn't able to get into that trade, but I did notice we didn't have a top wick on this bearish candle. Price came right back up into the range, made a top wick. But structure wise, if you have a look at gold, and this is very important, prices are still respecting this downtrend structure. Still respecting this downtrend structure. So yes, gold is still pretty much bearish. So once I get a top wick, I'll look to take a break of this current low here, see if we can get a little bit of a push down. By the time it fills this wick, I should have managed risk. It's about what, 50 pips, 36, I guess. If it pushes down, breaks the low, continues, it's all good. Do I have a top wick here? No, not even on my broker, I don't have a top wick. set up the chat properly over here. Parfait. Anyone see that new backtesting video I dropped yesterday on the gold 30-minute key level retests? I'm not implementing that strategy yet, not until I have at least a good amount of data to support the stats, which I definitely don't have yet, but it's coming. It's coming. I want at least I want to say at least 100 trades, to be fair, to then say yes. And I took six trades covering 1 week. So if I'm averaging, and I missed one as well, I kind of got in afterwards. So say I'm doing 6-7 trades a week on that strategy alone, then how many weeks would that be? How many weeks would that take me to get to 100 trades? 1 sec. I like to have a calculator around. 100, let's say 100 divided by, let's say 6. Okay, 16 weeks, which is what, 4 months. So I need about 4 months worth of backtesting, which is possible. It's possible. I started July 2024. So by the time I get to July, August, September, October, I should have a nice big sheet of trades using those 30-minute back tests. And then I could say whether it's worth, I could look at the win-loss ratio, how much pips gained, see whether it's worth actually implementing that into my live trading. I'm also going to do a bit of forward testing. So actually that might shorten the time. So looking over the charts present day. Oh, there we go. Look, got a little bit of a top wick. That's all I needed. Just a little bit of a top wick. Right there. I'm going to have a sell stop right there. Sell stop. Got a bit of a faulty wire here. GJ's about to hit my TP. All right. My sell stops about there, about 3,300. Yeah, pretty much in the same place. And my stop loss is going to be above, just above this candle. It's going to be like a 1-to-1. But what will happen is if this current candle closes back in the range, like if it pushes down, enters me in, if I get a candle that closes back above 3302, then I'll just close the trade, or I'll start managing it. just start managing. All right. Looked like GJ was going. Oh, GJ Gold's gonna give us that little push. Then it said nope. It said nope. Top of the mic's a bit dusty. Go on, Goldie. I got a take TP right on 198. It's like 198 flat. So really nice trade, little 60 pipper. Start the day. If gold doesn't come down completely, if it does a little bounce up from this support but still creates a lower high below, like, you know, 3308, or even just below the support, if it just pops up and does a little retest, I'm still looking for more sells back down. Still like the sells. higher time frames. It does look very good. Yeehaw, hello, hello, hello. Hello. Just need gold to re-break these 4-hour lows. Fill its wick. Keep pushing down. We have such a light news week this week, which is great. No news until, well, unemployment claims on Thursday, GDP on Friday, but that's for gold, for pound yen. So really, nothing going on. In fact, sorry, that's a lie. We have the tariff news is going to be popping up again. I do have some ideas for how it might play out. I've been seeing a lot of headlines over the weekend, some yesterday, talking about a lot of places have trade deals pretty close to being set up. There's going to be very specific tariff deals on places that haven't reached out, where the US think it's unfair. They have unfair deals in places. So yeah, if there's going to be crazy new tariffs on certain places, and then there's a bit of uncertainty in the market, I think we're going to see some gold buys again. Oh, I'm in a trade here. I'm in a trade, been entered in. So original stop loss is above previous candle high. But if this candle closes bearish and I'm looking to reduce it, or if it closes back in a range, then again I'm just going to close the trade out. Looks like GJ hit TP as well. Perfect, perfect. Not a bad start. Not a bad start to the week. Come on, gold. What's my exact entry? It's a bit slightly lower. I got slipped a little bit as per usual. What can you do? Wow. That's my exact entry. Did have it a little bit higher, but it is what it is. I'm looking for a closure above on pound yen. I'm looking for a closure above. That would be nice. Look, we've broken Friday's high. Go on, GJ. Gold tap me in and push right back up. Typical. But this was a really nice GJ buy. At first I thought it was gonna be some sells because I had a support here, and then a resistance here. So we got the closure above. This current candle didn't break this high, and then it pushed down and closed below the support. No, it was a bit low. It was here. No, it was down here. Sorry. Yeah, closed below the support. I remember saying, I was thinking this don't look right. So yeah, closed below, and then but again still had this closure above, didn't break the high, came back, closed below the support. I thought GJ might continue back through this clean range, but the only reason I stopped was because I had some notes that the trend was bullish, the daily was bullish, and the 4-hour was bullish. Oh no, the 4-hour might have been bearish. When I saw that, I thought, okay, this might be a fake out. This might be a fake out. So I held off. So I held off, and just for some structure, we had the bearish candle, so we closed back above, and I took an entry right here to push up all the way to 4-hour resistance. Now, even though I'm doing the backtesting series on this is using the H4 for targets is always something that I've done anyway. So I'm very confident in holding to 4-hour levels on GJ, something I've been doing on stream for months, or probably since the beginning. So yeah, very happy to close here, lock in, and then if I get another entry, I get another entry. What's gold doing? No bueno. No bueno. Alright, I need this candle to close outside of the range. Otherwise, I'm just going to close it and then wait for solid closure below. But this could just be a top wick, 12:30 candle top wick. Oh, dude, they're really pushing. Alright, 8 minutes. Come on, Goldie. support might be holding for gold. This support might be holding. DJ still running. Jeez. Now with pound yen, it's like, where can I get in now? Because not bad. 23 pip stop loss so far. Gold is pushing up. Literally just tapped us in and then rejected. But to be honest, look, 3,300 psychological level as well. It's going to be a very tight trade. If it does push up and not hit that stop loss, if it just taps that previous support or doesn't break this previous candle's high, it's going to be a very tight trade. Very, very tight. It's not been a very good couple weeks. Let me see. That's it, come back down, gold. That's right. This is good. Hope it closes like this. All right, gold. I was kind of hoping to be out of this gold trade by the time GJ continued up. Now, do we want to take two positions at the same time? Never works out for me. Never works out well anyway. What I am gonna do is move my stop loss slightly lower to above the entry candle's high, because now if we break this high, the trade is invalid anyway. So just reduced it a little bit to 60 pips. Just about closed below, still closed bearish, which is good. No bottom wick on this current candle. 1 o'clock candle as it pushes up. Just need it to flip now. Break that previous low. Bearish. Continuation pattern. Trades at about a 1-to-1 right now. Don't tell me pound yen would have been the move. Only thing with pound yen is this range is kind of tight. Even though I want it to push up to this next higher time frame resistance, there's a minor resistance only 17 pips away. So that's my only red flag with this pound yen play. GJ is gone. Come on, gold. Still don't even have a bottom wick for this candle, so we should get a nice flip and a push down. I'm just making notes. Look at GJ. I mean, it looks like it's moving a lot, but I mean, it's less than 10 pips. Gold likes making these top wicks, doesn't it? I hope GJ has a bullish week. I mean, it's starting off well. Actually looks like a weekly continuation pattern on pound yen. Only thing is, it has to break above this weekly resistance, which is pretty strong. But look, every time we've come up to like 198.5, we've had these strong pullbacks. So look, October, we got up here, big pullback. How many pips is that? Like 800 pips. And then again, December, we pulled back even lower. That's what, like 1,100 pips. So we're approaching it again. If we can finally break above this time, it's pretty clean candles going up. But if it holds, we could be expecting a nice drop, a nice pullback. And I think the only thing that's going to spark that again is the tariffs. I don't think I finished what I was saying. So yeah, if there's going to be like new tariff news and uncertainty, then we're going to see gold push up. Like loads of safe haven demands, except the dollar. I think the dollar will drop, but gold will go up. If it's neutral, like, you know, there's some good news, some bad news, I don't really see. I see just the market ranging, just a bit of volatility, a bit of whipsawing. Now, if there's loads of trade deals, everyone's quite happy with what's going on. The US is happy with what's going on. There's good news every day. Then I think we'll see some dollar bulls and gold pulling back. Like if the dollar pushes up, I think we'll see the yen also get some movement. So yeah, anything that's good for USD as a safe haven should be good for the yen too. And when's the tariff? First tariff news should be, when's the 9th? Wednesday. So Wednesday. Come on, gold. I'm on a 15. So many wicks. Look at these wicks. If it forms another wick, man. But the crazy thing is now, we even have an extra confirmation. We have a closure below this support. Candles are still trending down. We respect the previous high. We've broken the previous low, the previous candle. There's just not a lot of volume. That's clearer, better. Let's see what the 15 minutes looking like. Oh. Yeah, that's looking all right. When's GJ week 2 for the back testing? Oh, definitely this week. Because I was looking at gold and I thought, let me just record this one now while I'm doing it. That's how I ended up back testing the gold one, because it's something I kept on seeing as I was. So basically, I was sort of going over the week, looking at price action, looking at the notes I had on the day, and the gold retest was something that I kept seeing, like supports or resistance holding. So I thought, let me just back test that and then record it, and that's how I ended up doing that. It was always on my list anyway. So anytime I see something occurring over and over again, I write it down to make sure I back test it. If I have like an idea or I see something, then yeah, I'll just go ahead and back test it. So this week's back testing, at first as well, I started with, I was like, all right, am I going to use limit orders? Because I had quite a solid area to retest. But then as the back testing went along, like there were some areas I weren't sure of. So I said, no, I'm not going to have a limit order. I'm going to wait to see how the candles close at those levels or near those levels, because the entries I don't have quite down yet. I don't have quite down. Like I have a friend who uses limit orders, and I just, when it comes to limit orders, like putting a order in and just letting it run, I don't like it, because I've seen it happen. And even if price does come back to where your limit order is, sometimes there's news, you don't know what the volume's going to be like approaching certain levels. So I'd rather watch it, wait and see how price closes or the candles react to certain levels, and then get in. It just means that I don't have a clean entry. But yeah, I have a setup, I have a confirmation basically. As long as I get that retest, I'm looking to get in pretty much as soon as the next candle opens. So that's how I ended it anyway. Ended the back testing. There was one instance where there was a candle that was just driving down. I was looking to take a buy off a support, but I had a candle like this, like massive. It was just a strong candle, really strong push down. I thought, I can't just take a buy here without seeing how this candle closes. So I waited. It pushed down to the next one, the next support, hovered above, and then I took the buys after the candle closed. What I need to do is set up the Excel sheet where I put all the notes down, and then maybe put a link to the videos for each week. That's a good idea. Let me write that down. Yeah. Right, I'll get on that later. Come on, gold. See, 15-minute structure is kind of ranging, to be fair, but did make a lower high, which is good. Pushed up, but where candles are still trending down. Just need gold to flip and drive. Come on. Alright, we have a new 15-minute candle. Ooh, breaking the previous high. It's not looking good to continue down at the moment. looking great. But the 15 minutes broken the low and the high now. But we have a 15-minute higher low. I think gold might hit stop loss here. Might go back into Asian range. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. What's good, Gbpjpy? What up? It's been playing all morning. Like, it's been on a downtrend, but just a very tight downtrend. Very tight downtrend. I was saying I wanted to get into some sells earlier, but this candle didn't have a top wick, and I would have been in right here, but price didn't break the low. It just pushed right back up, made the top wick, and then started to continue back down. But I hope we don't get I hope we don't get loads of ranges this week with no news. And I hope it's not just tariff volatility all day as well. I'm not looking forward to that. Because it's tariff week. It's tariff week and we don't know when these headlines are going to drop. Just trying to catch some pips, right? Oh, did that hit my stop? I didn't get a notification on the broker yet. Oh yeah, it did now. I must have. Oh wait, I didn't even move my stop loss on my broker. I moved it on TradingView. Ha, shame. But no, I'm gonna get out here anyway. I still have my stop loss above this previous candle. I was wondering why it didn't go off, but no, I'm closing this trade here. Where did that close? Today, 63 pips. Right back up in the range. I can go my whole life without hearing the word tariff again. You could, but you definitely ain't going to this week. This week is tariff week. That's what I dub it. This is tariff week. So they're talking about what did they say for Trump? Is it gonna be? It's either gonna be something good or it's gonna be taco week. You know, Trump always chickens out. That's what they're saying. Something's in my eye. Ooh. The pattern on H1 RSI made me think about buyers. Oh, it's looking like we've got some divergence. If I was getting into buyers on gold, wait, let me update that. No bueno. The heavy on taco. Let's see. Why is it not moving? There we go. Oh, gold. Let's be precise. Small divergence. Okay. Man, you could have called that like, when I get into this, I need you to show up like an hour earlier, Ash, yeah? just roll out of bed just a little bit quicker for me. Could have saved me that 60 pip loss. Well, I did catch a nice trade on pound yen today, so I ain't even mad at it. I ain't even mad at it. Mondays are just so hit and miss for me. So hit and miss. So hit and miss. Alright, so let's see if we close back up in this Asian range. But I caught some GJ buys. I was in down here. It was 197.4 all the way up here. 20 pip stop. Nice little trades, little 1 to 3. Then I had my stop loss at break even after like 40 pips. And just let it hit TP. I was actually looking for another entry, but because I was in those gold sells, I left it. Which is a damn shame. Says some Mondays are iffy after all that movement on Sunday. Facts, man. Look how gold opened today. It was just gap up and then straight down. Price action is kind of whack. M5 is too wiki. Yeah, it is. I mean, look, retested this broken support. Again. Yeah, this is not nice. This is not nice price action. Not nice price action at all. Good old Monday price action. But look at this, another wick, another long wick. Very annoyed if gold like decides to just drive down through this range. GJ on Friday took forever. Oh my god. Yo, pound yen on Friday. So it was Independence Day. Cool, that's fine. But so I streamed London session. And took where did we get in? It was, I remember getting out at like 197. what was the entry again? It was a closure below, I believe. Yeah, 22, 197.22. It was right here. I remember. It was right here. I think I ended up getting out at, I closed partials at like 20 pips. I remember that much. Yeah. Or going to break even, one of the two. But it was just for it to even get into profits, it was hours. What time did I get off the stream? After 10. I think it was like a 3-hour stream Friday morning. I was just chilling. It took 2.5 hours to push down. And then I think I moved to break even. How did I close that trade? I don't even remember, honestly. I need to go back into my journal. But I remember it taking forever. And I think I did close at like 20 pips. And I just left it. And it was just messing about, bouncing around for ages. Ages. I didn't go anywhere. Alright, 130 candle. Look at this price action. Now, I would be thinking maybe buys from down here because this support is holding. But then at the same time, we've pushed up like 3 times. And then we've pushed down. We've got these long wicks right in between this range. So it's not really giving me much bullish vibes. Especially with these weak body candles as well. It's like a lot of indecision here. And GJ still chugging away. Hot mess. Facts. Facts. Gold's gonna have me start trading Asian session on a Sunday. I woke up this morning, checked the charts, saw gold had dropped this much. I think it was about 6. I was up about 6. I saw this little range here, so it push up, just watched it come back down. I was like, yeah, I'm good on gold. So I'm not gonna rush nothing today. Not gonna rush nothing today. Let this thing play out. And this was a nice little spike down though. How big is this candle? 120 pip candle at 11:30. At least with this downtrend structure that it was creating here, it didn't have these long wicks. A lot of indecision on gold, and 4-hour continuation pattern didn't do much. And that's another reason why I was actually in the sells too, because it was re-breaking the 4-hour low. It was re-breaking this 4-hour low, and I was expecting this wick to be filled, and then at least, you know, break even at that point in the trade, which would have been 40 pips up, and then re-break the low and continue down. So, but that obviously didn't happen. Now, pound yen on the other hand, this 4-hour continuation pattern played out beautifully. Even the daily, look. It's like a daily continuation pattern too. Well, the bearish candle's kind of big, to be fair. But I know on the 4-hour, it was great. Look at that. Beautiful, man. Nice 4-hour structure. Got a little double bottom. Continue up. Like, Why couldn't gold be pound yen? Just be clean. Gonna have to wait for I think NY open now for some volume. I think that's what we're gonna have to wait for. GJ, nice move. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, pound yen was nice. It was nice. Pound yen was super clean today, for once. Yo, Caswell always said, he always says, if GJ's moving nice, gold is not going to be moving nice. He said it's always one or the other. It's always one or the other. What's crazy with gold is it's pushing up, but it's not closing back inside that Asian range. GJ sometime-ish. Yeah, you already know. You already know. It's not sometime-ish today. GJ is running today. So 198.5. Next buy target. Next buy target up. Let me update my little tracker here. Pushing up, we're pushing up. Glad I'm out of that trade. Nice push back up though. What's that, nearly 100 pips? Yeah. Try to take my contact out of my eye. You know, some people are funny when they see people putting their finger in their eye. Not sure about gold buys just yet. I need to get out of this range big time. Above 33.13. Yes. Yeah. I'm with you. I might even be thinking slightly higher, to be fair, like 33.16. But I mean, a closure above 33.13 would be nice too. I'll only say a little bit higher just because it will just clear that next lower high, and then we have that clean range right above, which is about 100 pips. But to be honest, 33.13 is the strongest resistance. It's had the most taps, like two taps, whereas the one higher is just one. But yeah, for the buyers, I need to clear this whole area. Let me get rid of this because that's not really relevant anymore. It's gonna adjust. This is my range now. If gold decides to retest 33.13 and hold below, I still think we're gonna get the sells back down. But yeah, I would need to clear all of this price action to come back down. Price is back at the 4-hour flip. Oof. What kind of continuation pattern is this? Well, to be fair, it has played out. It's just not continuing, if that makes sense. We did get the continuation pattern, but it's not doing that follow through. Looks kind of like a head and shoulders pattern. Like left shoulder, the head, right shoulder. like with a diagonal neckline. What is that? 340 pips. I didn't mean to click off that. So 340 to the top. It would play out, I guess, down here, 32.89 ish. Hey. Back at the 4-hour flip. Where's the actual 4-hour flip? Right here. $33.12. No, $33.10. $33.10. Yep. Ash, when you're journaling, I know you journal on your iPad. No, I already know the answer to this question before I was even asking it. I was gonna say, do you journal as you're looking at the charts, like your screen, you're making notes as price is playing out? Because what I used to do is either write it down in a notepad, but now I'm doing it that way. I can make notes and refer to my journal as I'm looking at the charts on a different screen. I don't know why I didn't do that before. Actually, I do know why, because I didn't have it on my PC. It just makes it so much easier. Try to journal. Got you. I need to do better journal after I finish the trade. Yeah. So my post trade journaling is all about what actions I took during the trade, and then what actions, like what I did well, what I didn't do well. So sometimes it would be maybe like move my stop loss too early, or close the trade, or trailed my stop too early, or sometimes it's just, yeah, you know, it's all good. But yeah, it's not always like negative actions. In fact, yeah, it's not really negative actions. It's a lot of the time it's, you know, how well did I follow my rules? That's something that I like to trade afterwards. How well did I follow my rules? Actually, where is the journal? I actually have it written down right here. Is it this book? Like, did I follow the trend? Yeah, how well did I execute on my strategy? Just little things like that. what things aligned with my trade, what didn't align with my trade. All right, gold, 9 minutes left. A journal. How disciplined was I to your plan? Yeah, definitely. But I don't really break my rules as much. I think one of my biggest issues is getting out of trades, like my exits. That's one of my biggest things, because if I'm not even trading on the stream, then I'm holding my trades. I can hold my trades longer, and then I'll be holding the trade, but then when the trade is reversing or coming back down, and the amount of pips in profit starts reducing, I think I let it reduce too much. I lose too much of the profits before I decide to get out. So I need more like strict exit rules. Because it's normally, if a candle goes against me, and then the next candle breaks that candle's low or high, then I get out. So I need to maybe think of another way to get out. Like for instance, this morning with the pound yen trade, my TP was 198. Now I easily could have got out when this candle closed bearish. I was thinking I was gonna get a continuation pattern. It closed bearish, then this next candle broke this previous candle's low. Now typically here is where I would have got out or moved my stop loss into profit right above here. But I said, you know what? I said I'm not far from my TP, and I think it's just creating structure, which it did, but I was very, very close to getting out. Now, if this third candle had broken this low, I probably would have been out by then. I think I would have let it come back. And then at that point, because I was in down here, so imagine I got all the way up to 56 pips. I would have closed at 35, so I would have given up 20 pips. And when I say giving up, I would have let it pull back 20 pips on me, closed here, and then it would have just run to TP. So I would have been pretty annoyed if I missed that out, to be honest. But it's GJ. I know it's a slow mover. I was just waiting on structure, so I just let it go. What time frame do I base exits on? Oh yeah, 30 minute. I tried to use M5, but get easily faked out. This is why I don't fuck with the lower time frames, because there's too many fake outs on there for me. Like too many fake outs. There's just, I don't fuck with it. And I think the faster the candles move, the quicker I try to make decisions. What's the fib level on the GJ M30? What do you mean? What do you mean, what's the fib level? Like, where would you put the if you tell me where you have the 0 and the 1, I'll put it on here. Like the start to the finish. Oh, you mean on the pullback, when it pulled back? So I don't even know where I would start it. If I start from maybe down here. Do you know, I wouldn't even know. Where would I start it? But I think it's a very tight. It's not a massive pullback, is it? It's a very, very small pullback. Just a little bit of structure. How's gold closing? Come on, Goldie. 4 minutes. Give us a little push. Yes, at the pullback. Start at 197. Green line area. Okay, cool. 197. Green line. Oh, up here. Maybe to here. Ooh, ooh wee. Damn, little 23.6, a little 0.23 pullback. Imagine that. We're right up to minus 0.27. That's nice. Could have squeezed a little 10 more pips out of that. Good old fibs. That worked out nice. You know that 23 is a little speed bump, right? A little speed bump. I never know where to put fibs. Do you know what? I feel like people use fibs the same but different. Because you can use it on the daily time frame, you can use it on a 4-hour time frame, you can use it on a 1 hour, you can use it on a 30-minute. You could start it in different places. Yeah, some people use the wicks, some people use the candle body closures. Do you know what I mean? When you feel like price might be turning against you, throw on your fib. If price passes 23.6, then get out. But something, it likes to pull back and consolidate there before pushing again. Yeah, clearly. Clearly. That means it's good for all-time highs too. Yeah. You know what? That is when I was looking at fibs. Once gold started making new all-time highs and I had no buy targets except for like round numbers, psychological levels, that's when I started to use fibs as targets, to find targets anyway. It was definitely helpful. Yeah, that's why I started using it. All-time highs. Yeah, I think we was all looking at it around the same time. Just trying to figure out where price is going. Goldie. Is this another retest of this resistance area? This is reminding me of the backtesting video that I did over the weekend. That gold one. Like we're in a downtrend. Like the structure is still bearish, but we pushed up back into this resistance. If I was doing the backtesting, I would have just got in. As long as the candle closed. No, I would have waited for this candle to close and then just take sells on the next candle. Just take sells because it retested, and then just big gold is pushing down. It would literally just been hit sell here because it retested, closed below, and then stop loss above. Stop loss would have been above here, so it would have been like this. The back test, I would have just got in, boom, stop loss here, and just let it run like that. I'm not actually in this trade, guys, but that's what I was back testing. Alright, 2 o'clock or 9 o'clock for the East Coast. How was in fact, to all my USA folks, how was your 4th of July? How was your divorce day from the UK, from Great Britain? Happy divorce day. How was it? I thought Beyonce was gonna have fireworks at her concert. She didn't do no fireworks. Pretty chill, little divorce day cookout party. I know it's that one, definitely that one holiday you get an actual day off. An actual day off. Not like Juneteenth. It was fun. Only to be overshadowed by the devastated flood in Texas. Yeah, I heard there was some crazy flooding in Texas. I think I saw it was about 50 people died, and man. But I heard it was like near the San Antonio area, because I've got people in Dallas. Where did they say it was? Yeah, it's got people in Dallas. There's the homies. Oh yeah, not near Dallas, it was close to San Antonio, but shoot, man. Don't sound good. It's crazy. What caused the flooding? Just rain? You know what? I'm not into conspiracy theories or anything. I promise you I'm not. But when stuff happens, I'm always like, what if it's because of... So you know Dallas... No, not Dallas. Texas. Apparently Texas are creating their own stock exchange. So we have the New York Stock Exchange, which is like the main one. I heard Dallas is... No, not Dallas. Texas are creating their own one. So what if like they're trying to slow that down or stop it? Not them, but people. Wouldn't that be crazy? I kind of feel like Texas is its own state. They just do their own thing. But yeah, that's just my what if. It's not, you know, obviously it's just a natural disaster. That's probably all it is, really. But I always go, the timing of it. Alright, gold ain't really trying to do nothing. Let's see what the 1 hour time is looking like. 1 hour, 4 hour closed week bearish. If this previous candle, if this 6 a.m. candle was bullish, and then I got this week bearish candle, I'd be thinking a continuation back up. But I mean, the structure of gold right now on the 4 hour time frame is bearish anyway. Look, we've got these lower highs, lower lows. So I would anticipate that gold is still going to continue down, especially as it's holding by this resistance too. Oh God, you know what? I think I'm gonna leave it here, you know, guys. I think I'm gonna leave it here. Right, so in order for me to get into some buys towards the end of this session, I want to see gold close above 33.13. Like a nice strong closure would be good to then continue up. For the sells, potentially a closure below 33.01, but every time we've pushed below support, we've kind of pushed back up into it, and we're above the daily. I mean, we're back in the Asian range as well, so I'm not really feeling this price action at all. But I do want to see what happens at 2:30 for NYSE Open. Sometimes you get a burst of volume coming to the market then. For pound yen, I think I've caught the trade of the day for pound yen. So I'm good to leave it here. So yeah, it's just really gold I'm looking at for the rest of the day now. See if I can get a trade outside of this range. Not really sure about gold. Think I'm gonna take my little pips from that buy and leave it alone. Facts. I'm thinking the same thing. Just let it be, and come back tomorrow. Good old light news week. So yeah, hopefully we get some just some clean price action and not just a range for the whole week. But we got FOMC meeting minutes on Wednesday, but that's gonna be, what time was that? What time did I see that at? 7 p.m. So quite late into the trading day, so I'm not really bothered about that anyway. But I'm just happy we're having a light news week. Last week was a lot. And then the early NFP as well. Oof, yeah, man, last week was a lot. But yeah, guys, back tomorrow, same time. I might do a bit earlier just because there's no news. It's been pretty chilled. But yeah, peace out. Be safe. Be safe on these charts. And yeah, see you tomorrow.